wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah.
Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim.
I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
It's your boy Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at StocktonCon.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of StocktonCon. The value of wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, man, shout out the Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big Oos, San Jose. We done shut the shit down. Love and respect, though, right? Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank
It's the Value Wrestling. I'm the big time Mr. Z. We're here with the indie god himself, Matt Cardona. This is real. The Choppy Choppy is about to go down. Let's see it. Oh.
This guy just paid me $50. Matt Cardona, check out the Value of Wrestling.
Cool.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Going down, I'll give up everything.
The venom in my brain, run running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything, want a reality.
There we go. Now I got to turn on a mic and we'll have sound. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still trying to get everything together, everything rocking like it's cocking. This is a solo man show. Well, welcome to the Value Wrestling. Welcome to your Monday night post show review. It is definitely a night of celebration because I get to sit here and say, I told you so. Yeah, believe that. You should be able to hear me now. It should be all done and pretty. We should be lit up. Can't hear you. I hope you can hear me now. It's on a delay. Everything should be pretty now. Somebody messaged me. Okay, there we go. Solo, yes, solo, not Sokoa. Okay, can we get done with what? Okay, thank you for getting your butt together over here. So much equipment in the studio trying to get up and get running and get everything ready to go. So it's all pretty la-de-da-de. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Join in the chat. Join in the conversation. Let's make this show fun tonight. Because, yes, I do get to say, I told you so. Because they made the major announcement tonight. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Bad blood. In a cell. Yes, I was calling it before everybody else was calling. I know a lot of people are out there now going, oh, we were talking about this, and we said this, and said that. And I'm like, yeah, you can say you said what you said, but I was the one out here saying, this is how it's going to be going down. I have been booking this match since they announced Bad Blood. Since we know it's 27 years, I think, since the original Bad Blood. And the original Hell in a Cell where we got the debut. Oh, my God, it's got to be Kane. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's got to be Kane. Hopefully, I'm getting my last pieces of everything worked out here. Trying to knock over Paul Heyman or Seth Rollins here. And we are live and there looking pretty. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Value Wrestling. Yes, I'm flying this solo. Mr. Clarke is still out on sabbatical. And Mr. Z had some other issues that he needed to take care of tonight. They wouldn't be available for this time slot. Of course, maybe next month, starting October 7th, things might be a little different because Raw is going to 2 hours for the first time since 1990-something. So that's going to be very interesting to watch and see how that all plays out. Will we be doing a 10 o'clock show or will we still stay at the original 8 o'clock hour? I don't know. We're going to do some chatting and talking. But there'll be a lot of things shaking up here in the Value Wrestling coming at you as we are moving forward. Trying to make sure my camera looks pretty and good. So we're getting excited about that. We're going to add some new features, some new things that are coming together. And of course, this Sunday, September 15th in Elk Grove, California. It'll be the Value Wrestling at Supreme Pro Wrestling's lead the 5th event. It's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about a little bit of that later in the show, but let's get in the show. Let's get this party started. If you're here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're excited. Tell me how you felt about Monday Night Raw. I guess I should get the poll up in the chat. I'm a little behind. When it's a one-man show, we always have to, work around the situation. Let me get this all up. Rate Raw for September 9th, 2024. How did you feel Raw went off? We're going to put that poll up here in just a second. Give me. And there we go. We're getting it all together. Hello. Welcome to the show, Kayla. As always, I am trying to get everything together at the last minute. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the chat, the poll is now up. You should be able to see that poll coming up in the chat, hopefully. And we'll see what people think of that going forward. Make sure you chat. Okay, we're going to close you out for a minute, and we're going to get back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the party. Jump in the chat. Jump in the conversation. Let's talk about it. Talk with me. Keep me going, because I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man band. I'm going to make all the magic happen. Just don't call me Heath Slater, because tonight was Monday Night Raw, and we had, of course, the number one contendership for the number one contender spot for the Intercontinental title in the four-way dance. It's Jey Uso, Braun Strowman, Ilya Dragunov, and Pete Dunne tied it up. The Women's Tag Team Championships on the line as Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defended those titles against the unholy union of Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn. The street fight between the Wyatt Six and American Made. Yes, I will always do that because I hear American males. We got to see Bret the Hitman Hart make his return to WWE after some time. Drew McIntyre was there live and in person. CM Punk will be returning next Monday on Raw. Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria, and their mystery partner took on Pure Fusion Collection. And Dragon Lee and Dirty Dominic Mysterio got to tie it up in the ring. That all happened tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Raw tonight was a good, solid, damn show. And I hope you all get in the chat. And I hope you all vote up there in the chat. Join in this conversation. Let's keep this stuff flowing. I can see the chat. It's right here off to my side. I am definitely deep in the studio. I have more screens than I need. I have more systems running than I need. But hey, to make it look great, to make it look shiny, it's going to get exciting. We've got so much stuff. I hope you come out for Supreme Pro Wrestling this Sunday, September 15th at Elk Grove at the World Indoor Soccer Arena, the SPW Arena, as I've dubbed it, as Mr. Z's dubbed it. It's what we are going to call it. It's the SPW Arena. We're going to be there, and we've got so much new stuff that we're adding. We are elevating each step of the way. I think at some point we may have to do a collection to try and get some more technology. We are real close to getting the last few pieces of what we need to really up our game in broadcasting. We're excited about getting that done. But I've got a whole box of stuff like the stuff that I've got to take to each show, each time we go out. I downsized a little bit, but now it's back up in size again because there's a bunch of stuff. And it's going to be exciting. We've got a bunch of stuff to show you. We can't wait to show off the new table. Mr. Z, I hope you're here listening. You're excited. Let's pop about that because that's going to be a fun time. And so we are going to get in it. Monday Night Raw opening with the street fight between the Wyatt Six and the American Made. We got a great video from the Wyatt Six before this match launched. Of course, Uncle Howdy came down with the Wyatt Six up. Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, and Nikki Cross. And this has been Nikki Cross's first appearance in the ring in a while, and especially under her new gimmick. And they were taking an American Made of Chad Gable, the Creed brothers, and Ivy Nile in this 8-person mixed tag fight. And this thing broke off right from the beginning as Nikki Cross stood in the ring and went face-to-face with the Bulldog, Ivy Nile, or the Pitbull, Ivy Nile. And it just became a show. Of course, originally, the Wyatt Six had control until they took everybody out, eventually putting Rowan, both the Creed, putting the Rowan through a table and then burying him under all the other stuff. Eventually, Rowan recovered and came out. He attacked American Made after neutralizing Nile at ringside. Cross delivered a German suplex to Gable. Moments later, Uncle Howdy entered the ring, delivered his sister Abigail to Julius Creed right dang on the head. Loomis finished with a frog splash for the big win. It was a fun and energetic match. This was a place match. This was a match that was all over the place. It was a true street fight in a safe environment. You didn't see dangerous chair shots that were unnecessary. You saw some great stuff here. It did look like Joe Gacy may have hurt himself slightly, but we hope he recovers and everything is okay, that it is not a deep issue. But it was great. Gave with a lot of heat on him. The fans chanting "You suck" through their entrance music, American Made, in a new way than you're used to with Kurt Angle. But I mean, this was great. It was definitely a street fight. Rowan lifting the entire timekeeper's barricade, ripping it off the side, and taking everybody out with that. Gable delivering an angle slam to Gacy off the ropes through a table. It was an ugly slip there, but beautifully done. The Wyatt Six moving on. What are they going to do with American Made? American Made. I don't know. They need some big wins. They need to make sure they keep them strong after being decimated by the Wyatt Six. Hopefully this feud is going to part ways for a little while and let both these teams move on into new directions. What did you think of the Wyatt Six? Were you excited about them winning? Did you want American Made to win? What did you think of the street fight? Let's jump in the chat. Let's have that conversation. It was a good time and a good solid match. From there, we had a promo with Finn Balor. The Prince was in the building. The Prince was in the ring. And weeks after the shocking betrayal of Damian Priest at SummerSlam, finally, Finn Balor addressed his former friend in the WWE Universe. Seething with anger and envy, he blamed Priest for holding him back from keeping him down from winning the World Heavyweight Championship. He accused Priest of basically keeping him from winning the title, where Priest did win the title with money in the briefcase. This eventually drew out Priest, and he came out only for Ben Balor to basically let him know that the rest of Judgment Day was there. They started beating him down, only to bring Rhea Ripley out on one crutch. Tom goes out to meet her. She realizes Liv Morgan is coming up behind her. She beats him down with the crutch until it falls back on the other side. This rebuilt a lot of heat for Judgment Day. Where's Judgment Day and the Terror Twins going? After the Terror Twins decimated the Judgment Day on the last event, Bash in Berlin. Yes, I don't know where you take them from here. I don't know how you keep them going. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that all plays out. I need to find. Okay, can we just? Damn it! No, don't do that. Dang, dang, diddle, dang, 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 dang. Having a little issue here. What I'm trying to do. Let's open this real quick and let's just disconnect that. If that is not holding strong, and hopefully that'll get me back up on air and in the right time. And there we go. Anyways, we're back. Hopefully everything's running perfectly on the other end as everybody is here. Drop a chat if you can still hear me and see me, and we are all good to go. Gonna refresh everything. But yeah, Finn Balor out here. We had the beatdown from Judgment Day. The Prince revealed on commentary, of course, at this time that as of October 7th, the USA Network will be hosting WWE Raw until December, and it will be moving to 2 hours from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So we were losing 1 hour of Raw. Will this be the forever future? I don't think so. I think it'll be 3 hours once it gets back onto Netflix. And we also got announced one of the first matches for Bad Blood. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are going to go at it for the Women's World Championship at Bad Blood. This may turn into a Women's Hell in a Cell match. I don't know. I don't know if we need more than one Hell in a Cell match, but we will have to wait and see. And Balor talked about how he got turned into a sidekick with great fun. Lots of great stuff that went down here. What did you think of Finn Balor's promo? How did you feel about how it all went down? Drop your thoughts in the chat. Yes, I have a cat in my lap. She always has to be here. I'm doing a show. Do you think Balor got a good message across? Do you think this rebuilds Judgment Day after getting beat down by the Terror Twins? This feud looks like it's going to continue. How's it going to play out? How is it going to work out? Of course, Jey Uso did come out to save the Terror Twins in the end with the chair. So a lot going on there. Next, we had the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Unholy Union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. The Tag Team Champions defending their titles against the former Tag Team Champions. This was a solid match. Blair is, Bianca Belair gives it everything she has. Carhill is getting better with each and every step of the way. Alpha Fire and Iodon are great. I think they're underrated, definitely by many. This was a fun match, but in the end, Belair and Carhill defeated Fry and Dawn. Carhill has continued to prove her in-ring performance, of course, and Dawn and Fry have great chemistry, and we can only hope to see what they're going to do as they progress into the future. But this was an exciting match. This was a good match. So, tell me what you think of the women's tag team match tonight. Bianca Belair, Jade Carhill, the Unholy Union. Tag team, women's tag team titles on the lines. Drop your comments in the chat. Keep me going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a conversation tonight. Let me get a drink here. Nice. Got to keep the freshness, the voice and everything lubricated. We learned that the hard way. We always usually about lose our voice when we go about 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. When we go to Supreme Pro Wrestling, me and Mr. Z are always struggling after those events. And we hope you come out for this event on Sunday, September 15th, Elk Grove, California. Talk more about that at the end of this show. But let's talk about the return of the Bret the Hitman Hart. Raw was in Calgary, Alberta, Canada tonight, and there's only one thing you know about Calgary. If you don't know anything, it's about the Hart. It's about the Calgary Stampede, the largest rodeo in the world, and so much more. And of course, Calgary being Bret Hart's hometown and the hero of Calgary, the whole Hart family, honestly. Bret the Hitman Hart makes his return to Raw. He's in the ring with Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. And they talk about how Survivor Series is going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia this November. I promise I can speak. I promise. This man spoke about the importance of champions, the World Heavyweight Champion and Canadian champions. Gunther interrupted. He mildly expressed his love for the Hitman before admitting that his real favorite wrestler was Bill Goldberg. Bret Hart was in the back, definitely looking like he was a little petrified. He was real, I don't know. There's some video footage that you wondered what he was looking at. Anyways, eventually Sami Zayn came out and interrupted and touted Hart as being beloved by both fans and wrestlers alike, and reiterated his desire to challenge the ring general for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther then decided to deny the man who defeated him at WrestleMania. A brawl broke out between Zayn and the Best Perspectives because Bret called Gunther a coward as he walked out of the ring and said no. Bret's definitely shown influence over both these men. Zayn as the next man to challenge Gunther makes more sense than anything. It was a great story. We also saw that Zayn was wearing a Johnny Hockey Flames jersey. Grandjura, I believe that's his name. Him and his brother passed away untimely and they did a whole beautiful outside retrospect on that story on Raw tonight, giving flowers to them. But this is a great segment with Bret Hart out there. Gunther, Sami Zayn continuing the storyline, and Sami progresses to become a world champion. Will he get his world title shot against Gunther at Bad Blood? What is going to be the key element to get that done? I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how that plays together. But it was good to see Bret the Hitman Hart on the show here with Gunther and Sami Zayn. Made this moment even that much better. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I see one like. 7 people came and viewed us. I always see one like. Come on, let's get that like button. A big love and a big push. If you're here right now, hit that like button. Let's get more likes on this live content that we are doing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's blow this show out of the water. Let's get the attention of the world. I am running this show solo, and I'm going to hold down the ship. I'm going to float this ship down the river. We're going to get it there. We are going to rock it like it's going out of style. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking time out of your busy day and joining me, though, for this post-show of your Raw. Anyways, Dragon Lee and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day got one over on LWO Monday night as Dom defeated Dragon Lee. Liv Morgan factored heavily into it, eventually clipping the knee of Dragon Lee so Mysterio could hit a 619 and then a frog splash. This broke down in the end with both sides fighting, even though Mysterio would pin Dragon Lee. Continuing the storyline here. Backstage, we saw Braun Breaker meeting with each of the competitors in the four-way dance. Keith Dunn was the original one. He was the second of the 4 men involved in the night's main event to get a shot at it. Eventually, Sheamus showed up to get his shillelagh back and tried to beat down the Bruiserweight, but he was stopped by security and other personnel backstage. But a good solid match between Lee And Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, keeps getting the heat, keeps building the heat. And we're going to have to see where it goes. If you're here, I need to see that like button hit. Let's hit that like button. Let's make that like go up, up, up. If you're coming through here, we need that like button because every like, helps us out in every way you can. And we need your support and love by hitting that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Fun time in the old town tonight. I'm running the show solo. And I know that tomorrow is going to be great because tomorrow is Tuesday, and every Tuesday on the Patreon, which is in the link in the description below. You can go into the description. You can find the Patreon page, Value Wrestling on Patreon. Lots of great articles on Patreon, and you can sign up for free. There's no charge. Go sign up for the Patreon page where you can read all these great articles and other videos and other content. Of course, tomorrow you will see the New Japan Rebound podcast on Patreon exclusively. So if you want to get it a day earlier, sign up for Patreon. If you want to wait till Wednesday, it'll be right here on the YouTube channel Wednesdays. You get the New Japan Pro Wrestling podcast with your boy, my boy, the one, the only, Mr. Miguel Z. Tasty Toes himself, the Z-Man, the master behind the Choppy World Tour, which will eventually launch very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an exciting time. I say I have 5 people in here. If you're in here, can we please hit that like button? Let's grow this channel. Let's dominate the wrestling podcast landscape with all of that. Anyways, we're moving along. Like I said, WWE, an incredible tribute to the Grandu family. I cannot pronounce that name. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. They were Calgary hockey players, and a sad story how that all came to be. But we thank you for being here. Let's hit that like button. Mr. Z, I know you should have hit that like button. You better be hitting that like button. This better be getting up there and getting lots of loves on this one-man show for your Monday Night Raw post-show review. Anyways, up next was a 6-woman tag match as Pure Fusion Collective took on Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, and their mystery opponent. And of course, it's not hard to say who could be a mystery partner for Lyra Valkyria and Zelina Vega when you're in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Well, I think you can always find a heart, and they sure did as the return of Natalya came down in the ring. Natalya getting the sharpshooter and getting them the tap out as the other two held off the other rivals. Natalya, Valkyrie, and Vega get the win over Pure Fusion Collective. DeVille did cut off Valkyria's entrance, saying, "I know your entrance is important to you." Getting a lot of heat. Natalya predictably broke out of the sharpshooter but Valkyrie added a Lance Storm-inspired half Boston Crab, and Vega applied a Rick Martel-inspired full crab for the triple submission victory. A great spot and ode to all the most famous Canadian competitors in the ring. As you know, Rick Martel was the master of the Boston Crab and was from Canada, and so was Lance Storm, if we can be serious for a moment, and was the master of the half Boston Crab. So lots going on there and great moments to shine brightly shine. In this great tag team match, all 6 of these women, the return of Natalya makes everything look wonderful and better. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for being here. I see the likes have climbed. I thank you for hitting that like button. Let's keep hitting those likes. If you're in here, just punch that like button. It's simple. It's absolutely free. It's not going to take anything away from you. We're excited to be here. I know it's a solo one-man show. Mr. Clarke is out of action temporarily. We hope to have him back maybe by Friday or hopefully sometime by Sunday when we come back with the weekly roundup podcast where we break down everything that goes down in the world of professional wrestling right here on YouTube. That's our weekly show that comes on at Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Right here on the Value Wrestling YouTube channel, you will see myself, Mr. Z, and Mr. Paulus Clarke, where we talk about all the news and all the rumors going on around in the world of professional wrestling for the week of. And that's always a fun time. Lots of information, a lot of great things to chat. And, of course, we won't be back this Sunday. I have to take that back because me and Mr. Z are going to be live in Elk Grove, California with Supreme Pro Wrestling for their big event, Plead the 5th. So if you're going to be out in the area or in the local area and you don't have anything to do on Sunday night, come out to Elk Grove, California to the Indoor Soccer Arena or the SPW Arena to get some great independent wrestling action, live action. It's a great show. They bring on great competition, and it's going to be a fun time. So you need to come out. We'll get more details into that in a moment. But drop your conversations in the chat. Tell me what you thought of tonight's show. How did you feel about tonight's show? What do you think was great? What do you think was not so great? What were the highlights? What were the lowlights? Do you feel Raw is in the right direction? How do you feel about Monday Night Raw going to 2 hours for the rest of the year after October 7th? Lots to talk about with that. Let me get another drink here. Up next, we had Drew McIntyre. He came out to talk about, try not to sneeze right now live on air, so bear with me. All righty. Excuse me there. Had to take a pause, had to take a moment. We are here. Anyways, Drew McIntyre came out. He talked about, CM Punk being done. He put CM Punk his career ended his career, but he did want to turn his attention to Wade Barrett, talk about how he had been friends and why Wade stopped him from beating down CM Punk. This then brought out Pierce, who talked to Drew, said he doesn't really want to fight Wade. Wade doesn't want to fight him, that it's the only man that keeps helping him and helping him. But he said that he is out here with some important news and wants Drew McIntyre to get in the ring, as he is telling him that it's not over between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, because they are going to have another match. Drew says, if he wants to sign his death warrant, win, lose after bad blood, Punk and his rival have gone gradually intensify the feud. Anyways, with that all being said, Drew said fine, and Adam Pearce said after the strap match he thought it was over, but there's only one way to do it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where I get my flowers. This is when I get my moment to shine, because I've sat here and told you, I have sang the praises that it was going to be Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at Bad Blood in Hell in a Cell, and officially tonight, Adam Pearce told Drew McIntyre he'd be taking CM Punk on one in Hell in a Cell, and that's going down on October 5th. Hell in a Cell. Should be a good match. Should be a great, solid match. McIntyre denounced the idea that Punk was going to move on from him just because he won a match by touching 4 turnbuckles. Was a great moment. Drew McIntyre is great on the promos. Getting the face of Barrett. Barrett rising commentary, teasing a feud between Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre. Are we ever going to see Wade Barrett get back in the squared circle? We don't know. Could happen. Anything's possible. But this is a great segment between Drew himself, building the feud, and we're going to see CM Punk next week on Raw as we build to Bad Blood, as we build to Hell in a Cell, a match that CM Punk did not want to do again, but that's what we're getting, and that should be the catalyst of this feud. I would have to say CM Punk's going to probably win at Hell in a Cell, being the babyface in this situation, and the fact that there's a lot of rumors that he's going to move on to Gunther at Survivor Series for that world title. I think Punk needs to win this match to move forward and get the big win here and set him up for that. So we're getting Bad Blood back with Hell in a Cell, which we haven't seen Bad Blood and Hell in a Cell since 1997, ladies and gentlemen. So it should be a fun match. What do you think of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk going at Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood? How do you feel about it? Do you think Drew should win? Do you think Punk should win? Do you think they should be locked in Hell in a Cell? I do thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the love. Drop your comments in the chat. Let's have a conversation as we move on. It was Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor to continue the rivalry between the Judgment Day and the LWO. It was a great match between these two. Balor attacked Mysterio with 2 shotgun dropkicks and sent the legendary luchador into the ring post. Then apron before standing over him and talking trash. Medical security rushed to ringside. He did hold him in the ropes. He portrayed Priest at SummerSlam, and he lost the edge. Anyway, it's very interesting. It looks like we're going to get Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, all at Bad Blood. Should be a fun time. Balor defeated Mysterio. I don't think that's actually how it did. He had him in the ropes in a hold until the bell rang, to the 5 count. But a good solid match here between Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio. I can't wait to see these two lock it up some more. This is great stuff from Balor. Definitely, he needed to rediscover that killer instinct. I definitely believe that. Mysterio is beloved by the fans. He needs to be he's invaluable to the company. Every part he plays, he's going to help out. Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor gave a hell of a good match. It was lots of fun to watch. A good solid match. Finn Balor getting the big win here, and we'll have to see. Well, Finn Balor, I don't think won. Excuse me, I'm going to take that back. He had Rey Mysterio tied up in the ropes until the 5 count. So what do you think of Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor? Do you want to see them get in the ring again? Do you want to see them tied up again? Do you want to see them dance like they can only dance? It was a great match. I think they have a lot of great opportunities in the future to grow this feud. Anyways, it's time for the main event. It's the title four-way for the number one contender match. We know that Braun Breaker's gone to each man that's in this match and talked to them and basically called them out and told them why they shouldn't do that. But we got a good solid match. Andy Lee and Dragunov Pete Dunne were amazing. Braun Strowman was amazing in this match. Braun Strowman looked like he was going to dominate this match. He was getting there, and then a well-timed interference from Bronson Reed, taking out the monster among men. Again, leaving Dragunov and Dunne to fight it out in the ring, only for Jey Uso to pick up a super kick, a splash, and the big win. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into Red Hot Atlanta as Jey Uso will take on Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. And this might be the final moment for Jey Uso to shine. Will Jey Uso be able to come over the young and upcoming talent of Braun Breaker? It's going to be interesting to see. I think Jey Uso might need to take the title off him there. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out. But that was your Monday Night Raw show. It was a hot show. I think it was a good, solid show. I think they really set up a lot of things for getting into the heat of Bad Blood. And I think it can only get better from here as we move forward. A lot of stuff building here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Mr. Z. Wow. Mr. Z, it was announced within the last 28 minutes that Funko Kobashi has passed away. The former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and Noji Dojo manager Funaki Kobashi, and I hope I'm saying that right. I do apologize to the family if I'm not getting that pronunciation right. I'm not the greatest, but we will have to see how that all plays out. Mr. Z, Mr. New Japan Pro Wrestling himself. Sad news there, I am sure, that we do not want to have to hear. There we go. Sad news to hear there. Never want to hear about that. Jey Uso going to get the Intercontinental title match, which we think was pretty obvious what was going to happen there. I think Jey Uso is the man. I think he does need to take down Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's been okay with the title. I think Braun Breaker can step back. I think Jey Uso definitely needs the title a little more to keep him in a picture that is relevant. If he loses to the Intercontinental champion like Braun Breaker, it's going to be interesting what you do with the Jey Uso from that point on. We are building to Bad Blood. After Bad Blood is, I believe, a Crown Jewel show, and then Survivor Series. A lot going on, a lot going down. But we know Bad Blood. We got the Women's World title on the line as Liv Morgan is going to take on Rhea Ripley again. We know Damian Priest and Finn Balor are going to tie it up. We know CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are going to take on one another in Hell in a Cell, which, as I understand and what I've heard, is going to be the main event of that match, of that card, which is fine. I don't know if we necessarily need a Cody Rhodes match. And I don't know if we'll get Gunther versus Sami Zayn. We are still waiting to see if that's going to happen at Bad Blood or if that's going to happen somewhere else down the line. We just have to sit here and wait. Raw has been very good. Can't wait to see what we get from Raw next week as we move forward. Again, Raw will be moving to 2 hours as of October 7th until the end of the year. I believe it'll go back to 3 hours once it hits Netflix, and that should be a lot of fun. It should be a whole different world for Raw once we go live on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being in here. Thank you for being in the chat. How do you feel about Raw tonight? Where do you stand? What do you think Raw was good or bad? Where do you stand? What were the highlights? What were the lowlights? What do you think about it? Join in the chat. Join in the conversation. Tell us what you think about it all. I don't know where Mr. Z disappeared to, but definitely sad news. As earlier today, the legendary voice behind Darth Vader, Mustafa, and the old man in the house on the Sandlot, James Earl Jones, passed away, and now with legendary Japanese star Kobashi has passed away. So definitely a heartbreaker there. But we are growing and we're moving forwards, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun week. Tomorrow is Tuesday on the Patreon, which there's a link in the description below. You can find the Patreon page for Value Wrestling. The Value Wrestling Patreon page, a hot place to get a lot of interesting articles on hot topics in wrestling and other video content. Talked about different related videos or different related content within the world of wrestling. And of course, that's where you'll find the New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound podcast is every Tuesday on the Patreon. And then Wednesdays, it'll air right here on YouTube, along with In Marked We Trudge, which usually airs on Wednesdays. I don't know if it'll be in the bag this week due to staff issues. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. We should be back Friday with your SmackDown post-show review. Sunday, me and Mr. Z are going to be live in Elk Grove, California with Supreme Pro Wrestling's Plead the 5th. Yes, Plead the 5th in Elk Grove, California. We're going to be there live. Doors open at 4:30. First bell at 5 p.m. Tickets, I believe, are $20. And you can get your tickets by clicking in the description, the link below. Go to SPW's Facebook page, or you can go to Supreme Pro Wrestling's Facebook page. I swear I can talk. It's just hard when I'm the only man talking. But anywho, Supreme Pro Wrestling, you can go down there for Plead the 5th, which will happen on Sunday, September 15th. Doors open at 4:30, first bell at 5 p.m. Eventbrite.com is where you can buy your tickets. It's going to be a fun time. Lots of great matches going to go down on that card. We have Jekyll and Marcus Lewis teaming up to take on the Peel. We also have Ullman taking on Dante Daring, defending the SPW Championship in that match. And, of course, Tracy Smothers defending the XPW String Championship match, or defending the String Championship against Daniel George in that match. And it's going to be a big night as they're going to have a bake sale, and any donation of $5 or more will get you a photo with any SPW champion and their belt. All the proceeds are going to go to help Daniel George, whose house was taken out in the fires, and he's trying to regroup what he can. And that's what this big event's going to be about, trying to help support him and help him get back to where he needs to be. So if you are in the Elk Grove, California area, Sacramento, Northern California, all the way from the border of Oregon, or even in Oregon, even if you're in Klamath Falls, if you're in Grants Pass, if you're anywhere up in that area, come down, make it a weekend, come down, early Sunday, come and visit. If you're over in the Bay Area, come on over Sunday, make a visit. If you're in Reno, if you're up in that area, come down the mountain, come up. If you're from the Central Valley, if you're from Fresno, wherever you are, let's get in Elk Grove. Let's blow this show out of the water. Let's all show up, show out, and get loud and get party. Me and Mr. C are going to be there live with the Value of Wrestling. We've got a lot of great stuff to show you. We're going to be giving out stickers at the show as we always do. And we're going to have a lot of other great things. We got a lot of great things that we're adding to the Value of Wrestling as we grow and progress forward. Lots of great stuff. We are really moving into a new professional look of the Value of Wrestling. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Supreme Pro Wrestling, Plead the 5th, Sunday, September 15th. Come on, join us. Enjoy great wrestling. I mean, it's a fun time. It's like a family environment. You bring the kids. Everybody's out there. Everybody's having a good time. Get some good, solid wrestling action with some great stars on the independent circuit who could really be some of the big stars of tomorrow. And some of these men have been around the system for a while and just have made their names on the independent circus in ways that others can't. And, you want to come out and meet these people, meet these stars. They're amazing talent. They're friendly. And it's some of the great places you're going to see. Of course, SPW will be at Lodi Comic Con, and so will the Value Wrestling on September 28th. That's the end of the month. We're going to be there, and we'll be meeting up with our buddy AJ Kirsch. Maybe at some point we can talk to AJ Kirsch. Maybe the bro man, the broship, Joe Brody might have to make an appearance in SPW Wrestling. Maybe we can make that connection. Maybe we can make that partnership happen. I don't know. We'll have to talk to Mr. Z, see if we can get that show done. But a lot going on for us in the Value Wrestling September 28th at the Lodi Comic Con. We're going to be there. Right now they have Montavious Porter, MVP. He's going to be at Lodi Comic Con along with Shelton Benjamin, 2/3 of what is considered the Hurt Syndicate. Could Bobby Lashley be lurking around? Who knows? Will he show up in a moment? Anything is possible. So definitely show up, show out, and get ready for Lodi Comic Con on Sunday, September 28th. We'll be there. SPW will be there in action. MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and we're going to be there with AJ Kirsch, and we're going to be sitting down doing that long-awaited interview, and we're excited to hear from him. I know he just got back in from over in the Nevada desert at Burning Man, big event that goes over there in the Nevada desert. A fun time for people who enjoy that. If it's your cup of tea, then congratulations. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's a fun time from what I understand, and a lot of excitement. It's a week's worth of entertainment, and he is back, and we can't wait to see from him and get with him and continue his stories here. And it's going to be a big interview, and hopefully we're going to be interviewing several of the members of the SPW roster over the next coming weeks, months, as we move forward and get to know these guys closer and build on everything. We're excited to do what we're doing. We're excited with the growth. And we're always growing, always developing, always getting bigger and brighter. I thank you, everybody who's coming and watched this show. It was a Monday Night Raw show, definitely worth it. Tomorrow, we've talked about everything that's coming up with the rest of the week, and the big day is going to be Sunday. So get ready for all of that. Not much conversation going on in the chat, which is fine and dandy. I wish people would come in the chat, but that's okay. We're going to get there one day. We're going to be the fastest growing, the biggest growing wrestling podcast in the IWC. We're going to change the landscape of the way things are. We hope you're ready for it, because we are sure ready for it. Lots to do. Marching closer and closer to 1,000 subs. That's going to be a big day. That's going to be a fun day. Can't wait for those days and that time to happen. Lots to go down when that all comes about. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to talk about. We have definitely gotten to a point in this show where I'm just rambling and ramble, and I don't think there's much more to say. Probably time to lock it up, shut it down, and let it go right here on the Value Wrestling. We hope you'll join us on Friday night for the Smoke Down Post Show review. It's the season premiere. It's the return premiere of SmackDown on the USA Network on Friday. Tomorrow's NXT. Julia's going to debut. Maybe we will watch that. Maybe we'll do a review on that. I don't know. We'll see how it's going. NXT is getting hotter each and every week. It just keeps getting better and better with NXT, and they will soon be leaving the USA Network to go to CW. And WWE Raw at the end of the year will be flipping over to Netflix. So lots to come and lots to going on. Lots of news with AEW speculating AEW picking up a show for Fox. We're going to talk about that later in the week and a lot of other stuff. Maybe I'll have a big time rants coming up. Got to get some good news, some good stuff to talk about. Lots of entertaining. So we will see you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to say good night. And I thank you for joining me. I thank you for keeping this going, as it's a one-man team. It's a solo team. I did it. I survived it. I will see you next time.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout, and
This
fame.
is the value of wrestling.